Hello everyone. Today we are here to talk about the situation in Libya. Situation referred to the ICC by the United Nations Council in February 2011. In March 2011, the investigation was opened and alleged crimes against humanity and war crimes committed in context the situation in Libya since 50 February 2011. Libya is not a state party to Rome Statute. However, on 26 February 2011, the United Nations Security Council anonymously referred the situation of Libyan sides. Uh, 15 February 2011, the ICC in resolution to 117 Okay, the context is referred to the situation commending the violence and use of force against civilians, deploring the gross and systematic violation of human rights, including the representation of peaceful demonstration, expressing deep concern and death of civilians and regarding inequally the incitement to hostility and violence against the civilian population made from the highest level of the Libyan government. Refer noted that the widespread and the systemic attacks against the civilian population made among crimes against humanity and expressed concern at the feeling refuge force for the flow of violence and the reports of shortages of medical supplies to treat wounded. In Illinois, they need to respect the freedoms of peaceful assembly, the expression including freedom of the media, and stress the need and hold to account those responsibility attacks, and also including by the forces under their control on civilians. And well, the investigation, which is open in March 2011, thus far produced three cases originally against five suspects and involved charges which include the following crimes: crimes against humanity, murder, impression, torture, persecution, and the other humanity acts, and war crimes: murder, torture, criminal treatment, and outrage upon personal dignity. A crime against humanity is a crime and commitment in the context of attack against civilian population pursuant to the state of organizational policy, which either affects a large number of people, is spread over a significant area, is committed repeatedly, and meaning that the crimes were not a random occurrence. The witness testimony collected by the for the ICC communication, this report in consecution open source information. It clearly displayed a pattern of multiple crimes committed against immigrants and refugees by the state authorities, militants, a merged group, and also the private individuals. These crimes are committed in the context of overall attacks against civilians, and in this case, migrants and refugees in Libya. This identified a group of civilians in charge because of the migration status and the vulnerability as the result of absence of legal protection in the country. Crimes against migrants and refugees in Libya are a commitment both against a large number of individuals across a wide geographical scope spanning the trade country. This demonstrates that the large-scale nature of the attack against them. Since 2011, tens of thousands of migrants and refugees have been held in detention cities. Um, Sites across the country, both in official detention centers as well as unusual places of captivity controlled by militants, armed groups, or individuals where the face of human treatment. Over the years, reports were published by the wide range of organizations have been concerning demonstrated the forms violence and exploitation to immigrants and refugees are subject either during the violence, the journey of the country, while detention is in October 2021 report of on United Nations Fact-Finding Mission on Libya draw attention to the systematic character of the crimes against immigrants and refugees, which had been long studied and now massive at scale. But they also highlight that the incidents either insulate nor can they be contribute to the roach elements. Particularly in the case of violent interceptions at and the subsequent detention of immigrants and refugees, militants, armed groups, state authorities, and individuals affiliated to them, involving the Commission to this control and profit for the organization network of human smuggling and trafficking, implying a consistent pattern of the conduct throughout the detention and abuse cycle. Moreover, this takes place in the context of legal framework hostile to immigrants and refugees, which prescribes automatic and indefinite detention for every person entering the country regularly, and against an historical background of racial discrimination, general xenophobia in Libya. As such, the violations against immigrants and refugees in Libya are not random but are organized. And also, we noted that the evidence points that the state police encourage the deterrence and sea crosses, the extortion of immigrants in detention, and the subjections to violence, discrimination. Therefore, the state police in Libya implements that by the state now state actors photos and list acts of immigrants and refugees. And well, this is everything. This is the presentation of the arguments for the court following the protocol established by this body. Thank you so much.